Hey everybody, Dave Dettman here. Just want to let everyone know that I'm starting my podcast interviews to go along with the political videos I'm making for my YouTube channel. I'll be asking some people in the near future if you'd like to do one and be one of my guest interviews with me. Mainly about politics and religion, but any and all topics that people want to talk about will be covered. If you would, please give me some time to get good at this, as I'm well aware that I got a lot of improving to do. Anyway, my little brother Andy has been helping me practice and has agreed to be my first interview. And here is part of one of our practice sessions to give you a glimpse of what they're going to look like. Enjoy. It lets everybody know in the meeting, hey, you're being recorded.
Yep.
Watch your mouth. Don't talk bad about anybody,
Uh-huh.
except for Donald Trump.
Yeah.
he's he's free game. Yeah. Hey, did you see my little sheet?
I did. Yeah. I got printed it out. We got it right here.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. I just started that. I figured since I'm going to be starting with people that aren't professionals and just friends and shit, that
Yeah.
I would imagine people would be kind of nervous going, I don't know if I want to do that, Dave. And,
Yeah.
I want to put them at ease going, hey, it's just going to be softball questions. It's
Yeah.
not like I'm going to grill you or,
You don't need to know
make it.
statistics and all of those things where, yeah.
Oh, no, it's not like I'll be some reporter in the White House press briefing room.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just mainly just chit chatting with people, and really, I think my main focus is, what I really enjoy the most, or what I think is most important, is the middle of the road guy. Going, how the
Yeah.
hell do we get both sides to get along, for crying out loud?
Getting harder and harder to find those people.
Yeah, yeah. You know what? And I think so much of it is because of the news. The news commentators and the rhetoric, and it's just all slandering the other party, and just hammering the other side, and especially with some of the Republican ones, that they're so mean. Matter of fact, I just posted one a little bit ago on Facebook about just how annoying some of them are. I mean, it's just, like the fact that Alex Jones still has a show is ridiculous.
After he's been
I mean,
sued and
dude,
yeah.
just his demeanor. That dude needs a, oh man. We're recording now, so I want to make sure I'm not going to post this one, but I got to get used to toning it down,
Yeah.
because it's like, I want to not be one of these ranting people. But at
Yeah.
the same time, like guys like Alex Jones really fire me up,
Yeah.
man.
Well, they're fucking, nothing they say is true. And that's the
Mhm.
problem is that in that, I've actively started to get back into the library world. And part of
Okay.
it, because like right now, I think that there's a real need for places that are sensible,
Hmm.
where it's actual factual information. You can come here and get unbiased information,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
and I think
Yeah.
that it's a really important time for people to find facts, not
Hmm.
because, it was a really good clip. Um, One of the Fox guys, Sean Hannity, interviewed
Hmm.
Ted Koppel. Have you ever seen that interview?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And
And where he
Ted
said it right to
Koppel's,
him.
yeah. He
Yeah.
says, yeah, I think you're bad for America.
Yeah. Right.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
that's like, yeah, I watched that clip, I couldn't tell you, 20 times in a row, just to just to have someone that, sensibly, not ranting and raving,
Yeah. Yeah.
says,
Yeah.
hey, this is why you are bad, because nothing you say is
Hmm.
factual. It's all
Hmm.
opinionated.
Yeah.
And you're trying to get people on your side with just your opinion. And
Hmm.
I think that's a dangerous thing. I
Hmm.
mean, like you look at what's happening with Donald Trump now. He just
Hmm.
says things. Just says
Hmm.
things.
Yeah.
Doesn't have any
Yeah.
information, doesn't have any idea if it's correct, if it's even, I mean, like the other thing, like in the State of the Union speech.
Yeah. I can't, as soon as I see him or as soon as I hear him, I turn it, I change it. I don't want to hear it. I'll listen to what he said by somebody else reading his quote. That I can do, but just listening to him, I can't do it. I
Yeah.
can't do it. Yeah, it's nails on the chalkboard for me.
I hate to say it, but I think the chaos would just get started.
Oh yeah. Well, that's
Everybody is chaotic, but
yeah,
when you come back
yeah,
and you start seeing how things are getting missed and people aren't
yeah,
getting their security checks and national parks are going to shit and
yeah.
everything else, it's like 4 years might be
It's
too
do
long to
or
do.
die time right now. It's do or die time right now. And I think that's one of the 10 reasons why I'm all in. I'm not getting a job this year. I am
Yeah,
living in poverty. I just had to cancel my car insurance, so I'm not leaving the house for another 13 months.
yeah,
So I am going to get good at this or I'm going to die trying. And I think part that's, you know, most of it's personal, just tired of being broke and, where my life is at. But also I want to be part of this.
yeah,
I'm jumping on the Bernie bandwagon or getting back on it. I have been for 10 years, but it's crucial right now or critical or you know as far as the fork in the road, Elon Musk was talking about why he jumped on the Trump bandwagon because there's a fork in the road right now in history, and he's right. But I want to be on the other side, bringing it back, and just because you see things falling apart, and I just can't ignore it. I can't ignore it. I can't just go get a job somewhere else and ignore it. I want to be part of this. And even if I, never make a difference, I don't care. I want to be part of it. I can't get excited about anything else.
yeah,
So I mean, if I have to die in a gutter trying, that's what's going to happen. But um, I think I've got a decent enough game plan, and the fact that I don't have a family and a house and cars to pay for, I think I can start from scratch.
yeah,
But I need a lot of practice, so I
sure,
got to get good at this. So that's
yeah,
what today's about. Practice, 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 and trying to come up with a niche. And I think my niche right now really is the see both points, because I have got a lot of friends that are good people that are just diehard Trump supporters.
yeah,
And so part of me is trying to understand that. It's like I'm trying to see their point of view that they are, how anti-Trump you and I are right now and our family and our table
yeah,
conversations. I try to understand their table conversations because they are exactly the opposite, but just as passionate. Hating the libs and hating Pelosi and hating Biden, and just so I'm trying to understand it, and try to come up with ideas on how to meet in the middle.
yeah,
How to get people to come back to the table and talk again. So because there's not enough of that. I think my point is there's not enough of that. When I even my favorite, like we've talked a couple weeks ago, our favorite shows on the internet. Even the Democratic guys, it's like some of the guys that I watch, they're just hammering the other side. Go whoa 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 whoa. Don't forget to look left and point the finger left too.
yeah.
There's you got to remember that Donald Trump has won twice now. There's a lot of problems with the Democratic Party.
Yeah, no,
so you
absolutely.
so you can't just
But
blame it one way. Blame goes two ways.
yeah, and I think that part of that, the biggest, and I don't think there's any doubt to the idea that this time around, I think that the 2016 was a little bit different than 2020 or 2024 in that this time around it was political apathy. 2016, people were looking for a change, and
Yeah.
this time around it was just fucking apathy, man. Everybody thought that he was going to be able to come in and they keep fucking talking about these prices of eggs, and that's the biggest concern you have right now is how much eggs are. And yes, of course, it's important because it's not just eggs; it's everything. And I understand that eggs is
Groceries.
value for
Your
all
whole
things,
grocery bill. Yeah.
but I mean, we talked about this last time. Is that he won this year with 10 million fewer votes than he lost with in
Mm-hmm.
2016,
Mm-hmm.
and he lost by 5 million votes,
Yeah.
6 million votes. So that means
Yeah.
16 million fewer people voted in
Mm-hmm.
2024 than they did in 2016
Yeah. Yeah.
or
I
20,
still,
2018.
my theory on that is still with it being, Kamala Harris. I think a lot of people just didn't vote going, I don't want Trump, but I don't want her either, so I'm just not voting.
Yeah, but
You
that's
know,
like that. That's the problem. Is it
where they
why?
were willing to come out and vote for Biden, you know, where they were willing to, yeah, I'll vote for the white old man, you know, which is sad. I mean, I was all ready for a woman president. I'm fine with that. I'd love to have a woman president, you know, but a good one needs to step up someday.
Yeah, not I can understand. I don't. I guess I don't. I don't understand the hatred for Hillary Clinton. I don't understand it. You can disagree with her, but I don't think she's a terrible person. And
Right.
2016 got personal. You know, people were like, "Oh
No,
my gosh,
yeah.
she's an awful human being," and I just didn't
Yeah.
understand that. And then
Yeah.
this time, it's like, well, she's not. She's not something.
Right.
And it's like, dude, she's fucking smart as a whip. She's been
Yeah.
a president. She's been around the
Yeah.
world. She knows what's going on.
Yeah.
You know,
And she's a pretty good person. To me, she's a lot better of a person than Hillary. It's to me, I'm a anti-Hillary too. I don't like her at all. And I still
but
think a
why?
lot of
Why don't you
what's
like
that?
Hillary?
Why don't I like Hillary?
Yeah,
She's fake, super fake. She'll
say that
say
about
anything
anybody.
for a vote. I think she's got just bossy, the bitchy attitude.
Is that
Just
a
her
feminist
demeanor.
thing?
What's that?
Is that like? Do you think there's any sense of or touch of patriarchal thought in that scenario?
Oh,
I mean,
sure.
because fucking like everybody's
Oh,
bitchy.
sure.
Everybody's
Yeah.
everybody
Yeah.
has a strong opinion or
Right.
complaints about certain things.
Right.
I just
I
didn't.
mean, how?
I couldn't comprehend how people were so. I mean, she's a good Democrat. I mean, you know, you look at the
Yeah. Well,
policy.
she's smart. She's smart and qualified. You know, I mean, I'll give her that. I mean, she's one of the most qualified people, and she's very intelligent. You know, and she seems to have her heart in the right issue, but too much of that fakeness just rubbed off, like, you know, the behind the scenes when the cameras were still rolling and she didn't realize it, and you know, some of the snarky comments she would make and her arrogance. And I really think that a lot of that rubbed off, that she was just it was the same thing, kind of the same thing with the Kamala Harris effect that pissed me off because of Bernie. Because even in 2016, I was all in for Bernie, and they still shoved Hillary Clinton down our throats. And I guess it was from the leftover deal of when Barack Obama was kicking her butt in '08, you know, and saying, well, because everybody thought she was going to be the one in '08,
Yeah,
and then Barack ended up winning. Then the Democratic Party was like, oh, no, 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 we'll give it to you when Barack's done, you know. And so it was, and so if you remember in 2014 at the midterms, the Republicans started going stop Hillary 2
yeah,
years before that election.
yeah,
And then, so part of that was because they knew that they were going to shove Hillary down our throats, and Trump was the anti-Hillary kryptonite, and the leftover remnants from all the racist white people in this country being mad over a black president. I think the leftover feelings just poured over into Hillary Clinton.
yeah. I would say that it was not leftover. I mean, racism is still alive and well in this country.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
I was
even
trying to think
today.
of the right word. Yeah,
Yeah, and
yeah. But
I get the idea, but I mean, in a primary situation, she still gets votes.
yeah,
The
yeah.
Democrats didn't, the party didn't shove her down our throats. I mean, people voted for her.
Sure,
I mean, the
sure.
caucus scenario is a little bit less, whatever you want to call it. I know you had a problem with the Nevada caucus situation with Bernie
Hmm.
and Hillary that when you were there, and but I mean, in a primary scenario, she still gets votes. I mean, she outperformed
Yeah.
Bernie.
Oh, absolutely. It still comes down to the vote, but I look at the media coverage and how they just give Bernie 2 seconds and Hillary 2 hours, you
Yeah,
know, and as far as coverage goes, and praise Hillary and shit all over Bernie every chance they got, you know, and that's because that's what they are being told to do. They are being told to use the propaganda against Bernie and prop Hillary up, and the voters, most voters are not intelligent, informed voters. They're just people who go to the polls every 2 or 4 years. So a lot of them just believe whatever the magic idiot box tells them and then go vote accordingly. So that's what I mean by the Democratic Party picking who they want and forcing us to vote for them, just like they did again with Kamala this year. The
That
whole
was yeah,
no primary thing.
that had never happened in this country though. I mean that
Sure.
scenario.
Oh, it's
I mean, well,
unprecedented.
I
I
guess it
agree.
was what was it in '68 when LBJ decided not to run again.
Yeah.
But
Mhm.
in that scenario, in this scenario, it was so late in the game there wasn't time for another primary.
Sure.
I mean,
Which I disagree with. To me, I mean, there wasn't, but you got to come up with something. I mean,
yeah,
take 2 weeks and hash it out like they did on West Wing if you have
yeah.
to.
Or
Let
even some
people
sort
vote.
of yeah,
Even if it would have been Kamala Harris to win, at least vote so people can say, "Hey, we voted for her,"
yeah,
instead of not even getting a vote.
yeah.
I
But
mean,
how do
they
you
could
do
have
that?
had,
I mean, it was like 3 months, dude,
yeah.
before
Why?
the
To
election.
me, 2 weeks would have been enough. Hash it out in 2 weeks. Have a 2 week primary or a three
Inner
week primary.
party or like
What's
people
that?
vote.
Yeah, yeah, Democratic primary. So they can give Gavin Newsom a chance or whoever, Bernie again. Give Bernie a chance again. Who knows if, like, for example, if Biden had stepped down and said, I can't do it another 4 years and plenty of time, and there had been a normal
Primary,
primary,
right?
would Bernie have ran again? Who knows? If Biden, he's always saying, Biden, my friend, Biden, my friend. No, he's not your friend when he's stabbing you in the back. But if he had stepped down, would he have tried again? Who knows? Or even somebody else. And even if it would have been Kamala, even Kamala had won. At least she had been voted for.
Yeah.
You
Shit, I think
know,
that the logistics of that is too.
it probably would
I
have been
mean,
a chaos. It
even
would have
if
been
they had
chaos.
voted, it would have been chaos, and everybody been
It
like,
would have been
"Oh my God, I was
chaos.
so disorganized. I couldn't get a paper ballot. I couldn't do this. I couldn't do that."
Yeah.
But I mean, like in that, I think in that scenario, I get the point. I do get the
Yeah.
point. I mean, to be
Yeah.
able to just say she's our gal, and the
Yeah.
delegates that Biden collected that jumped on her ship instead of saying,
Hmm.
I get the
I
idea.
really think that was
Biden
the
fucked
swing voters.
Democrats, dude.
Yes.
I mean, he
Yes.
did, and not stepping down and not straight from the get go. I mean, 82 years
Hmm.
old, in my opinion, is too old
Yeah.
to be an elected official. And it
Yeah.
shouldn't. I mean, and this is just my personal opinion. I wouldn't want it to, go
Yeah.
go
Yeah.
live the rest of your days off in
Right.
like just be the
Like
be the
even
guy.
Nancy Pelosi, she's 84 now.
Yeah,
I mean, go away.
just go. Yeah,
Go live on the beach for the next 10 years of your life. I mean, for crying out
but
loud.
there's no way to put that into law or rules. I mean, you can't say, hey,
Hmm.
you're 78 years old. I don't think you should run for I mean, like there's no way to make that into a reality. That's got to be a personal thought where some people get into
No,
that
I'd
power.
like to see a law. I'd like to see a
But
law, and I don't want
never in a
term
million years
limits
have.
because I think there should be an age limit, meaning you cannot be sworn in after the age of 75. So everybody knows that you cannot be sworn in after the age of 75, or 70 even. For crying
That
out
would, I
loud.
mean, like I'm
Yeah,
not saying I disagree with it. Never happened. Ever, 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 ever happened. Don't
probably
think it
not.
will.
Probably not.
But I mean, like I
But
said,
okay. Hey,
you
hey,
get to a
hey.
point
That
where
that brings up a good point of what I'm always saying is that, like your the way you said that, or your attitude towards never, 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 you still got to push that issue. You still got to say this is what should happen. Just for the sake of changing minds, instead of just giving up on an issue. And in your arguments, always, this is what should happen. Because to me, like the Republicans, because the reason why I say it could possibly happen is because a lot of Republicans want term limits.
yeah,
They want term limits, term limits, term limits. And what I'm saying is that term limits aren't good because if somebody gets voted in at 35, shit, they should be able to work till 75. If they're good, if they're a Bernie Sanders, shoot, we want them in there. We don't want them out after 2 terms, but we do want them out before they turn into Joe Biden. So the age
well,
is,
you could say that about Bernie Sanders too. I mean, shit,
oh, sure.
he started as what the mayor of Burlington in what, like
Mhm.
84?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then he was
Well,
a
that's what I'm saying. No
congressperson.
term limits. Let Bernie Sanders work for 45 years, but once you turn 75, go retire. Even Bernie, even as much as I love Bernie,
Yeah.
so even a good one, once you get to that point, because Joe Biden just proved that Alzheimer's or whatever dementia can come in within a year. I mean, it can really take over somebody's cognitive decline within a year. Hey, and real quick, we're almost out of time. Next week, you want to do it again?
Yeah.
Um, okay. And next week, I'll kind of do it a little bit more official, where I'm interviewing you and letting you talk the whole time, and
Okay.
the questions I got on there. Hey, if you think of any questions that should be added or subtracted from that little sheet, my little cheat sheet that I'm going to send to
Yeah.
people, and just to put them at ease so they know that I'm not going to hammer them and try to make them look bad on the internet, or
Okay.
it's just about us talking. Um, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Fine.
No, I was just
Guaranteed.
thinking about when I was going to see you next, but plan on next Thursday then at
Yeah.
noon.
Yep.
And we'll do kind of an official one where I let you talk the whole time or most of the time.
I'll get my answers in order.
All right.
My many causes.
All right, man. Well, like I said, I think we got 1 minute left. But
Okay.
hey, thank you for doing this too.
Yeah, of
It's nice
course.
to get a little practice on, somebody that's not gonna laugh at me.
Yeah, no,
Uh,
absolutely.
all right, man. Okay. Well, thanks, buddy. I'll see you
Yep.
next time.
Okay.
All right, buddy.
See ya.
Bye. Thanks for watching today's video and helping humans establish a balance with our planet. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channels. Follow us on Facebook and X, and please share our videos. Lastly, if you'd like to become a supporter and help us out financially, you can sign up for a monthly donation on our Patreon page at www.patreon.com/Balance the World with Dave Dettman. But if you'd like to find out more first, please keep watching more Balance the World videos, and hopefully I can earn your support. Thank you.